again. I'm sorry. I will get this figured out. I don't know what is happening now, but let's get on over here. The XO Elites are coming right up and in on the fight over here with Just Rush. Just Rush just finished off the Latin Kings on that push, and we do have a 1-3 split for Just Rush, and we also have Made in Nepal over here as well. So let me see if I can get back into the match. I can, so hopefully we'll be back up and running very soon. And I'm sorry guys, I just don't even know what is happening at this point. So now let's see. We do have Chills coming up from Third Eye, coming right up and into the XO Elites up on that ridge line. They can see him. They're right across the way from him. So now let's see what else we can see that's going on. Let me go ahead and scroll on in, get an idea where everyone is. We still have the 3 teams over here. We are on Third Eye on the iPad. They're right over here by XO Elites and Just Rush. And then we've got Team Control Star up at that northwest edge. Legacy in control, still down near that gas station compound. And Dreamers does have the Vikings. It does look like the Vikings are right on top of them, so we'll pay attention to that as well. But let me see what's happening over here. It looks like Third Eye is now pushing right up and in to Just Rush, and we got Just Rush. Oh, Cool Joe just got knocked, and it looks like Nani coming right on down, right on the backside of that hill from Kunjan. Oh, Nani came right up and over. No, it was Cake. It was Cake that was able to get that knock. So now we are going up to that power grid area. Let me go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit. There you go. Now let's see what else is happening. We do have Dreamers over here in the compound. We do have Vikings up on the shelf. So now let's see what's going on over here. We do have Just Rush up to 9 eliminations, and see what's going on with Nani right on over here on the backside. You Know Me is down to about 1 HP. Was able to get that first aid off, and now we are down to a duo for Third Eye right on over here. So they do have to get to zone. We do have XO Elites going up and around that backside. Ooh. You know me, trying to get those nades over onto Nani, and now, oh, the nade onto Nani, and 6x9 finishing there. Oh. So now let's see. Does look like they're gonna go ahead and head on off to zone, but we also have Manic right on over here in the middle of all this between Just Rush and Third Eye. They're all right here. So now let's see what else is going on. We have Just Rush, Cake up to 4 eliminations, Mahesh up to 4 eliminations, 6x9 up to double, but he is no longer in this match. So now let me see if everything is in here. Sorry again guys, it looks like I'm back in here. Sorry guys, sorry. I don't know what's going on with this now, but I will try to get this figured out so that we can at least enjoy one match. This is really annoying, as I'm sure you understand. Alright, so let's see what else is going on. Everybody is now getting crushed in. We have 12 teams in here all trying to get run, trying to push. Oh, and the problem, the 4 sexy frogs problem, was able to stop that push from coming right up and in from Dreamers Esports. So now Dreamers going out in 11th, and we still have Third Eye trying to come up on that backside. So let's see what else is going on with our zone. And now we're going to the wide open spaces between Picado and the power grid. You know, that wide open flat space. So now Joy Boy problem trying to get into, look at this, we got ooh, the Fireflies trying to come up and over, and Oh, you know me gets knocked over here. So now let's see what's going on with Nepal on top. The winner from the one that was able to get away from Minus Generalis from Inco Gaming. And now he's going to have all sorts of issues trying to get into zone. And he lost all his tires. He is right there below Fireflies. And so now, oh, Dreamers. We still have a duo from Dreamers. I swear that was Dreamers. I'm stressing, guys. I'm stressing. Alright, but Inco is pushing up. We got McGrellin right on over here, right underneath the Dreamers. Dreamers are up top, and McGrellin in his little cave. So now, let's see what's going on from the top. There you go. So, let's see. We still have one of them. Let's see. He is right on top. Right on top of McGrellin, right below. So now, let's see what else is happening. We are trying to push on over. Let's check in on Joy Boy. Joy Boy just on this eastern side of zone. Let's see. We'll go over to Dreamers. This is the north side of zone. So let's see if we can see Joy Boy across the way. There he is. So this is your zone. If it would load in, there you go. The wide open. But we do have quite a few. Hello, LEGOP. My stream has decided, or my PC has decided to start blue screening. So now it looks like we're getting pulled up on over here by Team Control Star, right on top of Dreamers. And now Inco in a fight with the Vikings. There goes blah 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 blah. So we still have McGrellin over here in the cave, but look at all these teams trying to come in behind McGrellin. So we still have, let's see, the Vikings, blah blah. Oh, he was up top, blah blah, no more. So now it is just up to Nemo to get on in, and he is right down below. All these teams trying to come up and in. We got Inco Gaming Vitali right up on top. So let's see. Now our zone has popped again, and we're just in the middle. So now let's see if I can get onto one of them and see what we can see from above. We still have 8 teams in this, and they're all right down here in this mountainous area. Oh, there goes the Vikings. So now we do have Dreamers. Look at this. Pursue is still going up on top of that. He's on the other side of zone up top. So we still have Inco Gaming coming in. We still have 7 teams in this. So let's see. Inco Gaming is a trio. The Fireflies, they're still a full 4-man team. Let's check in on Logic. Logic pushing right up and in. Has no one at his back, and he's making sure that. But the Chaos is over here. Let's check in on Toast. Toasty, what you doing over here, Toast? Trying to get those angles over on Team Control Star. Team Control Star forever right across from Toast. Let's see what Forever is looking at over here. And Forever has everybody right in front of them. So now let's see that we are still pushing over towards the flatland on top of here. We're down to the top 4 teams. Dreamers gets pulled up on by Team Control Star, but Team Control Star has 2 of them knocked now. And we are down to the top 3 teams. We have and now we are down to Team Control Star versus the Fireflies. The Fireflies right on over here. That's not what I meant to do, and our zone is right there in that dip. So let's see if we can get up and around to see where everybody is. We're going to have to go there far enough apart that we're going to have to go out into the blue to be able to see it. But it is a 4v4. So let's go over and check in on Logic. Logic is up to 3 eliminations. Fireflies up to 6 total. Team Control Star at 5 eliminations. Moon has 2 eliminations for Team Control Star. So let's go. Let's stay here for just a second while I try to. Does look like Raj is trying to come up and around, and we do have Team Control Star in a pretty good spot, but look at that. The zone is completely surrounded by the Fireflies, and Team Control Star does have to come in the zone. And now here comes the push right up on top. Wish you could get a better angle onto this, guys. I really do. So let's see if we can get a better view this way. Alright, so I think that's better. I think you guys have a good idea where everyone is. Logic right on that backside. We could see Logic peeking his head up and over the top. And we do have Raj up front. And Raj trying to throw those nades up onto Team Control Star. It is a 4v4. Look at this. All four. Oh, Logic just got knocked, but so did Moon. And they're still pushing down and in. And there you go. All in these ridges right here. Got a couple trees right. Oh, that nade right in front. Oh, Raj just saw Star going up and around that backside, and now, oh, but now Raj gets knocked. Let's see if we can get over to Matrix. Matrix is the last one still standing for the Fireflies, and Star gets knocked. Team Control Star. Oh, and I forgot to change it. Hope the stream is going. Hello, Zani. And I forgot to put the markers up that when I came on back, guys. Let's go ahead and put this up. Let me do this really quick. That was match 2. Whoop, that's Zani, my PC has decided to start blue screening. There we go. So, I still didn't get the iPad off there. There we go. Team Control Star coming in first with 9 eliminations. Fireflies coming in second with 7 eliminations. And the XO Elites coming in third with 6 eliminations. Toast with 5 eliminations. Cheat Toast. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12, 13 through 15, and 16. Going all out. Whoops. Dreamers Esports pursue with 5 eliminations, 1,164 damage. Geez, let's not forget that chaos up in La Cabarilla. Alright, guys, I'll be right back. Hopefully, be right back. No, but down coming flying up and over, and Coops is right there, moving. Oh, and Coops finishing that off. The Wolves up to 6 eliminations now. So let's go. Let's see what else we can see on this map. And I feel like, ooh, we're gonna have another fight over here as the Fearless Stars are coming right up and in onto Entity. Entity is already at the top of this, so let's see what happens when they collide. It looks like right on over here. Let's see if we can see what's happening. It does look like the Fearless Stars did go ahead and leave Entity and headed down to that barn down below, right below Psycho. So let's go. And we came all the way back to the power grid, and we do have the Sentinels now coming down that corridor from Toramunda to La Cabarilla. And they'll be coming into zone pretty soon. I think I can kind of move that down a little bit so you guys can see better how they are coming in as I am getting loaded back into this match. As soon as I get a little bit more time, you guys, I think what I have planned for the stream, you guys are going to really appreciate the effort that I'm putting into this. The money. Alright, let me see who is texting me. I'm getting, Alright, so let's go. Look at your boys, Ghosty, Rush Boy, still with that elimination from Bigado, but they are doing just fine in zone. So now let's see what else is going on, because we got a whole lot of teams right on down below. And let's see, we do have the Fearless Stars. Here you go from my YouTube chat, you guys. They are doing just fine. All 4 of them are nice and tucked in, but they are tucked in right under Entity. Entity is right over here taking over this whole western edge of the power grid in mountains. So let's see what is happening at this north side, though. We got all sorts of people coming on in. Let's head on over to the Four Kings region Esports. Hello, let's see if we can get them moving at all. No, we cannot. So back to the iPad we go, because that's how things are for not much longer, guys, because I have an idea. All right, what is happening up here? I feel like I saw somebody coming up and around. Was that somebody over here at the village? No. Nope. Oh, the Four Kings just got taken out, and I think it was by both Balas and the Emperors at the same time. I think they got picked apart by 2 different teams. Boom! Balas, boom! I like it. I like it a lot. But he is right under the Emperors. Look at that. And I do think that the Four Kings came right between the Emperors and the Balas Reborn. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, because Assault is up to 3 eliminations, and Rana also has an elimination. Let's go. Let's see. Looks like we got Brian over here. Brian, are you alone? Yes, he is. Brian, you might be seen from above. I do think that the Emperors can probably see you creeping up over onto the Balas Esports. So let me get back into this match. Into the match we go. I'm using that same voice that I used for your name, Ghosty. I have no idea what kind of accent that's supposed to be or anything, but hey, we'll roll with it. Oh, look at that! We came right on in for your boys. The boys getting a knock over on 2. Look at, oh, did you see that? We got Entity, but we also missed the knock from across the street. We did have a knock from Brian over onto the Balas Esports, and Brian, I think, was able to get that elimination. But look at this behind him. He's also got the Sentinels coming in. Brian is right on the edge of zone. He is trying to get those shots across onto the Sentinel flow. Alright, guys, let's go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit. Alright. I don't really see anybody on top of each other at this moment. I'll go ahead and put that iPad back up so you guys can see that they are all just trying to get back in there. We are going from Monte Nuevo over to the power grid. So we got all those crazy hills that we are in right now with Brian. You know the dips that these guys can find. Alright, so let's see what else we can see on here. I do feel like the Sentinels are going to have to fight through the Balas Esports. Mazaxis. Oh, Little Fox. No, there goes Little Fox. Cloudy, I think, finished him off. Yes, Cloudy just finished him off. Assault OP. He's got 2 in his sight as well. And so now, let's go. It looks like Cloudy's going to have to get on over there. The Sentinels are up to 5 eliminations, but we do have the Balas right on down below. And Wolf, oh, the Wolves versus Heaven again. They started off in Monte Nuevo together, and now we also have the duo coming out of Picado. Dark Esports coming right up and in onto the Wolves. Calicar, go, Calicar, go! The smoking mobile, and he's gonna be coming right up and over into the Emperors, the Sentinels, Balas Esports, Mazaxis, the Panthers. I don't remember everyone that was over onto this side. But let's go. Let's see. And it looks like the Emperors are still having issues right above here. And we still have a fight going on between the Sentinels and the Balas and the Emperors. The Emperors up top, and Nucleotide is also coming in. And oh, the Balas reborn. We got one knocked over here. So now let's see what else is going on. Oh no, Gallagher. So now let's see what we can see over here. Luca is the sole survivor. He is still outside of zone, still has Sentinels Cloudy and the Emperors up on top. So the Brian from the Panthers. It's Brian right on over here. Brian has moved over and gotten up. Oh, look at that. He can see Luca right in front of him. So now Luca thinking his back is clear, and it is not. Hello everyone and welcome back. Are you ready to see these scores? Coming in first, X-Force with 30 total points. Fireflies in second with 24. Team Control Star coming in with 19. And again, I'm sorry about the blue screen. I am doing what I can. I'll take it in Monday, guys. I will, I promise. I don't know what's happening. Let me go ahead and switch over to match 3. Get that on over there. We are headed into Sandhawk. I'll put that up. Hopefully we can survive to the end of tonight. Holy cow. I told you guys my anxiety is just insane tonight. But thank you everyone for coming back. I'm really sorry about that. So X-Force coming in first match, and Team Control Star coming in second. Put that winner chicken dinner. Let's see, who are we waiting on? It looks like the 4 sexy frogs are still a trio, but we are headed into Sandhawk. This time we're going to be jumping with Dreamers pursuing. If I'm saying your name wrong, I am so sorry. But he had 5 eliminations, 1,164 damage. So there he is on your screen. Let's give him some screen time love. Let me put that iPad up so you can see all of him. There he is, guys. Let's head into Sandhawk. Hope for the best. Hope that at least the windstorm, the storms coming across Michigan will stay away for another hour. And let me just finish this. Ugh. You guys have no idea what my anxiety level is right now. Let me go ahead and put that map up. We're just seconds away from our flight path. We're coming in from that southwest edge of Camp Alpha Island, going across Camp Alpha, going over the overlook just to the south of Tapmunk and north of Magnai, headed out that northeast side of the island. So very northern flight path, but it is Sandhawk, and we do have Dreamers already headed down to that southwest side, along with New Era, Third Eye, Inco, and Legacy on top, headed over towards the ruins. I think our first fight may end up being with Dreamers, so let me go ahead and put that up over here. We'll keep an eye on where they end up over here in Samhee with 2 other teams, because there are 2 teams headed down here. You can see them up on the mini map up above. We have Third Eye and New Era. So let's see what happens this time. And Painan does have 2 teams going into it. We've got Made in Nepal across from Team Control Star. Team Control Star did win that last match. Let's see the rest of the map. Look at that. No one on Camp Alpha Island, and our first zone is all the way up to that northwest side. X-Force taking over boot camp, but Fate is tempting fate right on over here, right in the middle of Manic. So Manic, we got one over in the Triangle of Death, and the three of them, it looks like Hod is starting to come up onto Fate over here. So we'll keep an eye on Fate as Hod is creeping up to come up to the shack. So we'll probably see a fight here. You can see that on the map. Dreamers Esports right here on top of New Era. New Era right there. Let's see, where did Third Eye go? Third Eye stopped. They're taking over all the compounds to the north side of Samhee. And what happened over here? It looks like Legacy in control down to just a solo. It does look like they dropped over here, but Jazzy trying to get on out of there. Jazzy 10K. He is the sole survivor for Liquid on top. X-Force. Oh, Hod getting found. And I think that was 24K that was just able to get him. And we do see that they are coming up and out of boot camp already. That's a fast rotate. Alright, let's go back to the map and check in on what's happening. We do have Third Eye coming on down. Look at this, though. New Era and Dreamers right here. Just one building apart from each other down here in Samhee. And Third Eye is coming up and around. They're taking over the ridge lines. And I thought I saw one to the south. Oh, Chill's going all the way over. So I don't think that the winner of Samhee is going to have an easy time getting out of Samhee with all this chaos going on around him. So let's see if I can get back into this match eventually. So, alright, so, we just lost the last match, top fragger, and so now we are still pulling up and in. The Dreamers are down to just a duo now, but no one, number one, has been knocked. It looks like they're going to go ahead and get their res off, but we do have one pulling right up and in, right on top of them, and Third Eye is not too far away still. And look at this, he's trying to get those shots with the pump shotty right on the outside. Did he get that knock? Oh, I think he got that knock onto Static. Oh, did he get the other knock right across from him? And Dreamers are still coming up and in. He did get the confirmation over onto one of them from New Era, and he does get taken down. And so, and there goes Dreamers Esports. But now, here comes the push coming up and in from Third Eye, from every angle, coming over right on top of here. So let me go ahead and put this map back up, and I just got back into the match. So now, it looks like X-Force went right back up and into boot camp, and we are down to just a duo. Number one, no one has gotten picked back up, and Zetox does have 2 eliminations, but Third Eye is now all coming up and around the outside. Look at this, you can see it on the mini map right here above. They are all creeping right up and around it. Thanks, Ellie, but I'm not that much beautiful though. Spidey. Alright, so let's see. We also have a fight over here in Camp Bravo. We've got Exo Elites over here with Nepal on top. Exo Elites down to Exo Elites taking over. And look at this. Coach again up to 3 eliminations. So now, let's see what else is going on. We do have the chaos happening over here in Painan, and Third Eye finishing off the squad over here, the duo that was in Samhee of New Era. So now let's get on over to Team Control Star, see what's happening, as we do have Maiden Nepal coming right up and around. You can see player 69. What's that mean? Alright, so let's see what else is going on. We do have X-Force moving up to that north side of boot camp, up on top of that hill. We do have another team just to the north. That is Team the Latin Kings with Inco right across the river from them. And we still have the 2 teams down here in Painan. We've got the Vikings coming in from that north side of Quarry. We got the Exo Elites over in Camp Bravo. Third Eye down in Samhee. The rest of the teams all making their way right into zone. I think you can see everyone right there. So let's see what else is going on. Let's check in on Made in Nepal. We did get Mr. Zoro knocked and player 69 across the way. Let's check in on the Playboy. Playboy does have a line of Team Control Star. Team Control Star coming up behind the wall, behind the barn, and Star. I think Star saw Playboy's head right above that. So let's see. What is Star looking at? Star. I thought they did get one knocked. So now let's see what's going on over here. We did get another one knocked. Alright, so we do have Oh, Yushen did get knocked over here for Team Control Star. And he's going to be able to get in out of there and get picked back up. Let's see, it is Moon picking him up. Let's check in on Forever. Right across from Playboy and player 69. Looks like we're getting ready for the push, coming right up and into the compound where they are trying to get that res off. Esports may end up in the lap of Vikings up in this northeast side. They are coming in along that same rotation, so we might have a fight over there in a minute. It looks like Inco is coming across that bridge. The Latin Kings and X-Force all right there. So we'll have to look into that as well. Oh no! Forever got found by Psych Bro from across, and Moon got found. So Yushen's gonna be able to get up and get Moon picked back up. Where is Star? Star is trying to cover for Forever, but they don't know exactly where Psych Bro is. He's right across the river from him. So this is the only fight at the moment. We do have X-Force getting closer to the Latin Kings and Inco coming up across the river. So we might have a fight right up in there. And Esports is still coming up right behind the Vikings. The Vikings are coming into the Tapmonk area and may end up on the Fireflies. The Fireflies doing really well this series. They are in second place at the moment, but here comes Genis pushing right up and into him. Let's see, where is Genis? Let's check in on Genis as he's trying to get on out of there in that truck. No! That truck. So now Genis has a full line of Fireflies right in front of him. So we still have the fight over here in Painan in the blue. So let's see. Made in Nepal are down to just a duo. We have Psych Bro and player 69. Player 69 trying to get those angles over onto Star. And we did lose Forever and all of that. So looks like Genis is keeping an eye on his team, but Genis is not getting pulled up on. The rest of his team is right up on that hill, but they do know that Esports are coming right up in as well. And Moon just got knocked over here in Painan. So let's go ahead and check the map. We still have the two teams right down here in Painan. We don't have any. Oh, look at this. Third Eye. Third Eye on that botation coming all the way up and around. That I did not see them out there, that's for sure. And we are going over to the main island. We are going to that. Just barely skimming the eastern side. Oh, the jump shot. So now it's down to Yushen. Yushen is going to be able to get that revive off. But we do have Psych Bro. Psych Bro trying to get in and across onto Team Control Star. And everybody else is trying to get in over onto into this land area. We still have Third Eye coming up and around. Team Control Star does win Painan at a cost. It is a duo now that needs to get all the way up to that northern edge. So let's see, where do we want to go from here? So let me go ahead and put the iPad up. You guys can get an idea of where your teams are, how close they are. Just Rush is coming right up and in, right behind Vikings. So let's check in on Just Rush as they come up, and it looks like we've stopped. So Just Rush is there. We go. There we go. As they are trying to get in right behind the Vikings, and the Vikings still have Genesis down in. Oh, and look at that team. Third Eye came all the way up and around right into the lap of Inko. Inko able to find I don't remember which one it was, but Bruzonen right there in front of him. Bruno, he's got you in his sights, and Bruno is up to 2 eliminations. Inko up to 5, and they do have a trio from Third Eye still trying to come onto land. So let's see. We do have Team Control Star coming out of Painan. I'm not sure. I think Yushen went down to check on that car wash. Let's see. And we still have one from Just Rush over in that Bond area. I'm not sure if he's AFK. It shows that he's in a vehicle, so I'm not sure what that's all about. But I'll go ahead and put this up really quick so you guys get an idea how packed that eastern edge is of the play zone. Most of that western edge along that river is pretty open. Just to the north of boot camp, it's wide open area there. Alright, so now let's see. The 4 sexy frogs. Where are the 4 sexy frogs? Where did you guys come on in? Oh, they're still over here at Paradise. They never even left. And they are 3 sexy frogs at the moment. But they did get a knock, and they got a knock over onto Just Rush. And 6x9 looks like he is coming on into zone. So we've got a lot of movement still. X-Force is not too far away from Vitali. Vitali right on top of X-Force in that compound right down below. And our zone did pop again. We're going from Tapmonk just to the north of the overlook. And we do have Third Eye. It looks like the duo. I think I called them a trio a little while ago. But the duo from Third Eye right over here in the docks area. Right here by Inko. And Inko taking up this whole western edge. So it looks like the Latin Kings are going to have to come on out of there, and I'm not sure how Legacy in Control is going to get it up and into all this with the Latin Kings and Inko all right there on top of them. But this eastern edge, we've got Just Rush, Vikings, Fireflies, EXO, Esports, our Elites. We've got the 4 sexy frogs, Manic, and Team Control Stars coming up around this east. Oh, they're gonna have a rough time trying to get on in. And it looks like the Latin Kings are coming up right in front of Inko. So they are trying to get those shots. Spidey, I see you in here. Oh, we just lost QZ and Spidey. So now we are down to Snow and Draxler. So let's see what's going on with Inko over here. Yeah, he's paying attention to the Latin Kings right across the way. And now the 4 sexy frogs ran right into the EXO Esports. So let's see what's going on. Cat has been taken down. Let's see what is going on with Joy Boy over here. Now that everybody has made their way into zone, I'll go ahead and scroll on in a little bit so you guys can figure out where your players are, where your teams are. And Tiger just got taken out, and Toast is on the backside of this, but it doesn't look like Toast is full health either. Tiger is gonna, oh, Toast is taking some shots at something. Let's see if we can find Toast, find out what Toast is doing. Looks like Toast is trying to pay attention to Problem, and Problem trying to get right into Toast, right into that 3-time scope from Toast. And now it looks like X-Force is in a fight with Inko. So now let's get on over to this fight, see what's happening. It looks like 24K up on top of the hinges, as John Allen calls them. So let's see. We did lose one of them from Inko, and it looks like Inko is down to just a duo on that northwest side of the hinges. Let me go ahead and put this iPad up so you guys can see where these guys are rotating, and we're going over to Tapmonk area, right where we watched Genesis. Genesis is still in this, so Let me go ahead and put that back up, and we'll try to figure out who's going to be the next one in the fight. But it does look like Eagle is across the way getting into a fight with Third Eye, and oh, I think we just missed the shot down onto Chills. So let's see what Cool Joe is going to be able to do with Inko coming up right behind him. It looks like Cool Joe is going to try to get those shots over onto there. And the EXO Esports, oh, I just missed it. But Toast is up to 6 eliminations. GG, Toast. Can you get into zone, though? That's the question. Alright, Toast is coming right up and in, and I'm afraid Toast is headed straight towards Janice from the Vikings, but it looks like Nemo is over here. Looks like we lost Janice. Oh, Inko came right up and in, and so now Valak right across the way. Valak is right on the backside of the Latin Kings. And let's go ahead and scroll on in a little bit more, and it looks like the Fireflies are over here in a fight with Manic. Let's see, it looks like Manic finishing off the Fireflies. There's a duo right across the street, so it was a 2-2. But now we do have, let's see if we can get some of these teams in here from above. Let me try a different team. Let's try Eco. They're just on the edge of zone. I think you guys can see most of the teams right down in here. We do have Inko right down below. We have Manic that's out in the blue at the moment. We've got the Fireflies right across. We still have X-Force and Just Rush. And I can't get everybody in just yet. So I'll go back to the map to show you where everyone is. And once this closes down again, we should be able to see what is happening. Alright, let's get on over to Cake. We are like Cake. Trying to get those shots over across onto Fate, and now Just Rush is down to just a duo. Cake and 6x9. They are the last two still standing as they're trying to get away from X-Force. That is X-Force right there, trying to push right up into Tatlunk. So that was Valak taking those shots. Valak is still taking those shots, coming up and around, and Cake does get knocked, and 6x9 is down to 1 HP. And Fate with the nade right across the way. And now the Fireflies in that compound, stopping Manic. Manic Juicy down to about 5 HP. Does have to get out of there and get across the street into zone. So let's check in on Toast. Toast is up to 6 eliminations. They are the top fragger at the moment. But Valak got knocked over here. So let's see what's going on. Is he knocked? Yeah, he's down. Alright, so now let's see. We're down to Elim and Fate. Why are you not moving? Go! What is... I don't know what's happening today, guys. I just don't even know. Let's try this. There we go. Let's see. We do have 5 teams still in this. And we've got X-Force, Inko, XO Elites, Fireflies, and Manic is still in that compound across the street in the blue. So now we're still on Toast. This Toast is trying to work his way up and through. Does have Inko straight across from him, and they are all trying to push up and in, and there they go. And hello, Fate. We do have Inko right across from you, and we still have Manic. And oh, look at this. Juicy is trying to come right across that street, and Juicy may be able to see Fate. And oh, Logic is the last one still standing over here for the Fireflies right in front of Fate. Can Fate see him? That Molly going, oh, on the backside. And that Nate coming in from 7. So now we are down to the last 3 teams. It is Fate versus the duo from Inko. But we also have Manic Juicy coming right up behind Fate. And I'm so worried about Fate's back because Manic is still coming right up behind Fate, down to about 1 HP. And we still have X-Force, Inko, and Manic in this. Fate does not have a chance to heal up. He's trying to get those shots down and around the backside of this tractor. And Juicy is still coming up and in. Juicy, are you going to see Fate? Look at this. Juice. Oh, and now it is a 1v1. It is 7 versus Fate. Inco versus X-Force. Fate coming up and around. And there they go. So now, on your left, you have X-Force, Fate. On the right, you have Inco 7 and Fate with the jump shot. Alright, so now let's get this iPad off of there. X-Force coming in first with 5 eliminations. Inco coming in second. Look at this with 17 eliminations. 17 eliminations for Inco. Manic coming in third with 4 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. And a 16 going all out. Inco 7 eliminations, 1,106 damage, and we will be right back with tonight's final match for the XO Esports $1,300 Conquest League. Be right back. We do have a shack camper, so let's go. And look at that in the wide open. Oh, there goes the Balas Reborn. And now let's go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more and see what else we can see. I do see the oh no! Oh, right when I got over to him, Doran found him. So now let's get over to Harley. Harley was the one that was able to get several eliminations last match. I don't remember. I think it was 3 against, I don't remember which team they fought against. Guys, my brain is not working, but we do have Doran on that backside. And Doran is down to about 5 HP, but we also have Baton right on over there. Baton is taking shots over at Rain Esports. Ghosty, your boys in a fight with wolves once again. Here they come right up and over Obama and Mercy coming right up and in. But now we do have the Fearless Stars trying to come right up and in onto Obama's boys. And look at this. S-Power, is that what that says? Power. So let's check in on Rush Boy. And we've got the Fearless Stars, we've got the Wolves, we've got Rain Esports. Bomba Boy has been knocked, but we've got Rush Boy and Bot still coming right up and in there. Right on top of this hilltop down at the southern edge. And there goes the Emperor's Esports. And Brian is right over here with Entity, trying to get those nades right up and over onto him. And he is trying to get into zone, but you can see that we do have Brian down to about 5 HP, and there he goes, guys. Out to Cat God. No, that did not say Cat God. What did that say? Psycho. Hello, Nox. EXO really cares about names. Thought just tag. I have no idea. Alright, so now let's go ahead and see if we can get what is happening with Wancho over here. Oh, we're on Wancho. So now let's see what's going on with Bomba Boy for Rain Esports. We are still the top 5, but now Bomba Boy has Entity to the north and the Wolves to the south. And the Wolves have to push through Bomba Boy to get into zone. So can Bomba Boy, can he make it through the push of the Wolves? Now let's see if we can get a bird's eye view of the Bomba Boy. He is holding it down, boys. He is holding it down. So let's see. We have the Mizexis over here in the concretes, and the Wolves are coming up and around Bomba Boy. We got Entity over on that eastern edge, and Nucleotag coming in from that western edge. We still have the 5 teams in here. Rain Esports right on this very edge. So let me see if I can get out of the blue I think you guys can see most of where your teams are, but we are stuck in the blue. Let me try going over on Bama Boy and go up. See if we can get a better view. Oh, he got Gooks with the S12, but he does get found. So now we are down to the top 4 teams. We have the Mazexis still over here in the cements. We got Nucleotide out in the wide open. We have Wolves. Oh, Entity Psycho with a double knock over. Oh, there goes Gooks. And now it is just Baton, but now look at this. They're coming right up and in onto Psycho. Can Psycho hold off the push by all the teams coming right up and in on top of him? He's got the Wolves down below and the Mazexis coming right on up. And the Mazexis do get knocked, but Baton is able to get that elimination. So now we are down to the top 3. It is Baton for the Wolves versus Nucleotide and the Mazexis. Mazexis, Baton. Up to 4 eliminations. Make that 5. Hello, Zani. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you, Zani. You too, guys. Don't forget to go over to his channel and show him some love. Baton still pushing right up and in. Gets another knock onto Nucleotide. So now it is Baton versus the Mazexis. So now let's see. We got Triggers and Shirty over there. So now let's see what can be done. Baton does have the uphill advantage on this, and they are both right down below. He has 4 nades. 4 nades to his name, and Mazexis are throwing the nades up the hill. Baton can see their heads. Look at that. He knows that one of them is right there behind that. Oh, he could see them right there behind the... Oh, I just heard an A-dub. Did you guys hear that? Alright, so now let's see what we can see as Baton. Oh, Baton does have to come down. So now Baton is coming down underneath, right in front of the Mazexis. It is a 1v2 over here. We got Baton on that main screen and the Mazexis. Let's see what the Mazexis are doing. He saw Shirty over there. So now it is Baton versus Triggers. And now, let's see if I can get over here fast enough. Let me see if I can do this. So now, here comes the nades up and over. Does he get the nade? He gets the nade, and now Triggers is down to 5 HP. Triggers is not able to get the pickup onto him. And there it is. Baton for the win. Let me get that iPad off of there. The Wolves coming in first, guys. Look at the eliminations. 22 plus 10 for placements. 32 points. Alright, so let's get back over here and see what's going on. Let's go check in on Moomin. Momandan, what are you doing over here? You do have 32 Nash on one side of you, and I think that was, who is on the other side? It is number 3. That is so much easier. Look at this. No, it was 4. They lied. 4 is not all the way up there. So why are we doing this? Oh, I see, because I'm reading the wrong one. Let's go over here to Flo. Flo is right over here. Oh, the Emperors are in a fight with the Mazexis now. So where is this fight going on? Emperors and Mazexis. Ooh, all the way up at Starburst. So now let's get up over here and check in on what's happening. We just lost one from the Mazexis, Shirley. So now let's see what else we can see over here. It does look like we got Triggers coming right up and in. Little Fox, what are you going to do up here? Little Fox is up to 2 eliminations already, so we'll keep an eye on him. But we all... Hello everyone, welcome back. Are you ready to see these scores? Coming in first, X-Force, 45 total points. Inco Gaming coming in second with 35. Our 2 Brazil-headed teams, Fireflies coming in third with 33. We got the threes going on here. Let me go ahead and switch this marker now over to match 4. Erangel. And let's go. Let me go ahead and put this back up here so you guys can see that we haven't started yet. They did say that we're going to wait another minute. I'm not sure. Looks like everybody's in their seat. I'm not sure who we're waiting for at this point, but we'll go ahead and head on in. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Don't forget that these are the first of 4 matches, and then we've got 8 total, so we'll have one more night of matches. Tomorrow night is A versus C. For whatever reason, I thought it was going to be A versus E. Alright, so we are headed into Erangel now. This time we are going to be jumping with the last match top fragger that I didn't write down, and I forgot to write it down. Oh, my anxiety, guys. I want to thank everyone for helping me out, just hanging in there with me while I have all these issues. I don't remember who. Let's see if I can remember. Slide down. Was it 7? I didn't write it down. But here's 7 for Inco Gaming. Oh man, I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. I'm having a day. At least the storms haven't started yet. Knock on wood that we don't have to worry about that. Oh, oof. Oof, oof, oof. I forgot to put the iPad up. Sorry, guys. That's not giving him much. There you go. Here is tonight's final flight path, and we are coming in from Milta Power Peninsula, that very northern edge, going across the top of prison, shelter, the school compound areas, over ruins, Mount Everest Hospital, and out the Pacific Coast Highway. So there we go. Sorry about the water. My anxiety makes my mouth even more dry. So nobody jumping off at the start of the flight path. No one in Lipovka. No one in Milta Power. Exo Elites headed down to the Milta area along with Dreamers, Manic, and Legacy on top. So they are all headed down towards that Milta Power or Milta area. So it does look like Manic is going to go ahead and take over the shelter area. They're on a huge split right now. But I do see that EXO, we're going to have 3 teams right down here in there we go, in Milta. You can see all the chutes right on top of each other. Pursue the first match top fragger. He did have 6. Oh, I didn't write that down either. I'm batting 1,000 guys. Made in Nepal. Oh, made in Nepal, taking out 2 of them. Psych bro. Let's see. I heard your shotties going off, and look at this. Look out. Oh, Dreamer Pursue came right out and around. So now let's see. Pursue is still coming out and around with that pump shotty. He just got 2 knocks, and I think, let's see, there's 1 solo still remaining, or no, I don't think there's any more left for Made in Nepal. Playboy, he is right over here, and we still have player 69 over on the, oh, he is still alive, guys, but let's get back over here to see what else is happening. No, not now. So we do have a fight going on over Vikings and Third Eye. Let's see what's going on with Third Eye, you know me, watching as the Vikings taking off, and I think the Vikings, blah blah is the sole survivor of that chaos over there. And we do have 2 teams over here. Inco Gaming, no, I swear I just saw Anko Gaming. We have four Sexy Frogs. Are you a solo? Yes, he is. He's a solo versus all of them from Just Rush. Over at the school apartments, we have Inko. I just saw it over here in a fight with the Fireflies in Yasnaya. Let's see what's going on over here. We are in the South apartments. So now let's go ahead and put this map back up because we've got chaos everywhere. Our first zone has popped. Let me scroll on out just a little bit. We're getting back into the game over here. I am so sorry for this, guys. I will get this figured out and sorted out soon. We also have Team Control Star right, or Team Control Star right on top of X-Force. X-Force coming from that western quarry area. And let's see, let's get back into this match and see where the fights are. We still have the fight with Inko and the Fireflies over in Yasnaya. Let's see what's going on down here. We've got XO Esports down to a trio, and let's check in on Legacy on top. Legacy on top, up to 3 eliminations. So we've got the 2 teams right down here in Milta. So let's go over here and see what's happening in the south apartments of Yasnaya. Look at all the loot. I never find that much loot. What a way to see it. We did lose Matrix, and so now let's see. Vitale is over at the church, but 7 has been knocked, and McGrellin trying to get those angles over onto him, and we do have Coffin also on that cheeky page. We could see that peek from McGrellin's angle, and we do have Team Control Star coming right up and in right on top of X-Force. X-Force is right on this backside. Where did X-Force go? They're right over there, and Team Control Star, it is 24K right in the middle of them. Look at this. So, he can't get out that window. I've had those days. Valak right on down below. So 24K down to about 10 HP over on this far western edge. And it looks like they're headed right towards Valak. Valak does have the team coming up and around him. He is in the Witcher Tower. Oh, trying to jump out. Oh no, and he does get found and thirsted. The 24K also has Forever right over on top of him, but 24K does not have a vest and is only down to about 20 HP. So let's see. I hear that sticky bomb going off, and 7 is still knocked, but let's see what's going on right on down below here with Coffin and Raj. Raj, where is Raj? Are you in the other room? I can't tell where Raj is on this. And Yushen finds 24K, but Fate is able to find Yushen, and there goes X-Force. Oh, let's see what's going on over here with Star. Star is the last one still standing, trying to come right up and in, and Star is down to 5 HP as he gets taken out by Alim. Alim with 3 eliminations over here on this western edge. So now, let's see what else is going on. And Coffin and Raj still both being quiet as here comes Inko pushing right up and in. Raj is down to 1 HP trying to get those. Oh, and Inko down to just a duo now, coming right up and into this push. Vitale trying to get on over there. Vitale is the last one still standing, coming up and into the Fireflies. The Fireflies, both of them in bad shape, but trying to get healed back up. Let's see. We do have 7 still knocked, so he may be able to get 7 picked back up. But let's see what else is happening. We still have the two teams down here in Milta. Let's see what we can see. It looks like we've got Exo Elite down to just a duo over here. They have a duo. There is a trio over here. I'm not sure where the last one is. Let's see if I can figure out where they are. We got Jazzy. We got Cat and Tiger right on top of each other. Baby Koi off in that background. So Vitale's still trying to get those shots onto the Firefly, trying not to get... Oh! There they go. Wait a minute. Why is 7... Is this freaking out again? It is. Well, guys, look at that. Alright, so, whatever. I am just so over all of this. Let's see, Baby Koi. Oh, Baby Koi getting burned up. And so now we're down to just Tiger. And Cat is down to 1 HP. Tiger trying to hold him off as they are pushing right up and in. And Legacy in control, finishing that off. And Jazzy has 4 eliminations with all the teams that dropped here in Milta. And let's see, we are down to the top 10 teams. Made in Nepal. Let's see what's going on over here. His team dropped over in Milta, but he dropped all the way over on this western edge. He's the only one still remaining for Made in Nepal, but he is now coming right up and into X-Force. X-Force is all right around him, minus Valak. We did lose Valak over there. So X-Force does have that solo behind him. We are coming over towards the Rozhak area, down to Pachinki Farm, all right in there. We'll have to see if we go north or south of the river this time. We do have New Era over by Just Rush and Nepal on top. Let's see, what else? We still have Third Eye way up in Saberni. We've got Inko. And look at that, 7 is still showing as knocked. Crazy how he's knocked, don't you think, guys? He looks pretty good for a knocked player to me. Now, what is going on with this thing? I have no idea, guys. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm not even gonna try to guess. All right, so let's see. We still have Legacy on top down in Milta in the blue now. We have Made in Nepal still coming in and across right behind X-Force. And let's see, we do have the Latin Kings coming across over here on Death Island, coming right up and into Nepal on top. Let's check in on Snow. It looks like Snow is right over here next to Nepal on top. They are all right across this bridge, trying to gatekeep this bridge. Let's see what's going on over here with Nepal on top, taking those shots. And we do have Ban. He's trying to get up closer to Spidey. It looks like Spidey's trying to get those shots, and he may have that off-angle advantage, so we'll have to keep an eye on this. And I think X-Force might be able to hear all that. They do see Ducky coming up and around. Looks like the Latin Kings are moving up and out, so we'll go ahead and get off of there. I'll put the iPad up so you guys can see where all your teams are. There you go. Well, I go ahead and peek on who I think may be the next team to get into a fight. And New Era. Uh-oh. New Era just got a knock over here onto X-Force and a Thirst. Oh, they took out 24K. X-Force down to just a duo. They do have New Era right over here behind them. So now Fate trying to figure out where they all are. I'm not sure if Fate's going to go ahead and push right up and in there. It does look like New Era went ahead and moved on over. But we are down to Elim and Fate. Elim is up to 3 eliminations, though. And Fate coming right up and in. It's going to go ahead and call the North Pachinki compound home for now. So let's see. It looks like Made in Nepal. He's coming down and around. He may end up over on top of Legacy on top. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We have Third Eye that went all the way up and around there, just to the north side of Rozhak. The Latin Kings came down and around is what I meant to say by all that. But let's see, Inko. At least now 7 is no longer knocked on my screen. That's always a good sign that my game has caught up to reality. Oh, guys. The pain. Alright, let's check in on New Era, because I think they know that they've got a team right next door, but it does look like Static's just paying attention, keeping all the angles clear. So let's see. I feel like Made in Nepal is going to end up right over here with Legacy on top. Legacy on top, Made in Nepal are probably the next 2 that are going to find each other. Though Inko is coming across that West Yasnaya bridge, so they may end up on top of Third Eye. So I'm not sure. Oh, Main Nepal turned around and went the other way. About face. Alright, let's check in on Vitality. He's headed over to this gas station area. Does he know that third eye is up on top of that hilltop right above him? Let's see what the Cool Joe, he's still trying. Oh, look at that. Found a tire. He's also at the gas station. Just gonna go ahead and load on up. Alright, guys. Alright, let me go ahead and put the iPad up. That way you guys can see where your teams are, where the players are. Our zone is getting ready to close again, but everyone is in zone. There's no one left out in the blue zone at this time. So we'll have to see where they all manage to go. We still have X-Force really close to New Era. So we might have something going on. Not so sure about Legacy on top. They may end up going over. It still feels like, oh, look at that. We're going over to the volcano. The volcano is pretty close to center. Nah, that's not the volcano. That is not the volcano. But here we go. Vitality is in center zone, pretty close. So there we go. That is your zone. Let's see. I feel like X-Force is gonna have some issues over here. Oh, right when I got off of there, Alim coming right up and in, right between New Era and I didn't miss. Oh, Team 11, which is Inco right at the top. And here comes Team 15 as well. Team 15 coming up and around. Legacy on top. Everybody in the southwest quadrant. Look at this chaos over here by Potato. And we still have Maid Nepal trying to come up from that south area. So Maid Nepal may end up in top of all of this. And it looks like New Era is in a fight. Let's go over to New Era right on top of Wales. You do have the Latin Kings right down below Wales in the hovercraft. So we are starting to crush these boys in quite a bit. And X-Force, let's see what is happening. I saw X-Force taking some shots, but it doesn't look like they're gonna be coming up and around. Let's check in on Legacy on top because they are right over here next to Inco right across from them, and the Latin Kings were coming right on through as well. I'm not sure about Drexler. He may have some issues getting right on through. It looked like he was headed straight for Inco, and Inco's definitely taking those shots over it. Let's see. Let's check in on Vitale. That was Vitale taking those shots straight across at him. Let's see what else is going on. So right now, Maid Nepal still having issues trying to come into that zone. If you look down, he is right over here by the shelter, and he's going to come into Legacy on top or Manic. So they might. Oh, third eye. One of them got knocked over here. Let's see what's going on. Kuchan over at the Longhouse, the recall center by school. So let's see. It does look like we have a team over here in the volcano area. That's the Latin Kings. We do have Nepal on top, right across at East Raz. We still have Just Rush. They have not left the school area yet. We have New Era up on Potato. So right now, yeah, everybody is really separated, just taking the shots, trying to get all the gear whittled down. And I feel like Maid Nepal is having some issues trying to get into zone, trying to decide where he wants to call himself home. So, and he does have two full four-man teams right in front of him. I think is Legacy on top. No, Legacy on top is a trio. But let's go. Let's see what else. Right now it's really quiet, guys. Let me go ahead and put that back up there again so that you guys can check in on your teams, see that they're really close. Our zone's getting ready to pop again, and we're still going up to the recall volcano area. So we've got 3 teams in zone. Everybody else is going to have to rotate on in. I'm going to go over to Third Eye because I feel like Nepal on top is getting ready to come in right behind them, right on top of the school recall. They're over at East Raz. Ooh, Jazzy right on down here, right on top of X-Force. So it looks like X-Force is still moving out and around, going right over by Inko. Inko taking those shots up, and Alim coming up and over that ridge line. But now there are still 2 other teams right over here next to them. We still have the Latin Kings and Legacy on top right behind them. And I do hear all sorts of chaos right up over here. Let's see what's going on. Oh, Manic came right up and in, and Legacy on top, down to just a solo now. We still have a duo over here for Manic, and here they come right up and in. Charles trying to get Astro, and we do have, did that say Vortex across the way? I think that is Vortex across the way, across the street. And then we have X-Force also coming up and around over here. Fate listening to all this chaos that's going on right across the street from where he is. Fate is coming right up and in. Look at this, Fate pulling right up and in, able to get one of those knocks. So now let's see what Fate is doing on this backside. Fate on one side, and here comes Alim. Alim also on that backside. Chal and Jazzy both, and there goes the smokes, and Fate still on. They are just a wall between them. So now Alim is still on that backside as well, and he is coming right out and in, and he gets found by Fate. Now it's just up to Jazzy. Jow! There goes X-Force. Jazzy up to 5 eliminations. Will be able to get Chal pick back up, but here comes Manic. Manic now coming right up and in on top of all this chaos over here. This car spawn chaos, and there goes Manic. So now they're up to 11 eliminations, and we are down to 8 teams. Look at the Maiden Nepal player 69 wrapped all the way around the zone, going up to that northern side, and it's not a bad area because it's not as chaotic as that southwest side. Well, the whole west side actually. So now let's see. Is he going to be able to? Yes, he should be able to get him picked back up, even though Inko is right across the way, trying to get those shots over onto him at that car spawn chaos. And both of them from Legacy on top, down quite a bit. Looks like they're going to be able to get on over into zone. Let's see, player 69 trying to get those shots right across the way. Ooh, did he get that knock? No, he doesn't. But let's see. We still have Nepal on top coming in. The Latin Kings all the way over. We still have, look at this. We still have Just Rush over by that school area, and then New Era down at that southern side. Alright, let's see. Inko finds Third Eye. So let's get on over to Vitali. Ooh, I did not click on Vitali. Yes, I did. Vitali up to 6 eliminations. And now here comes New Era coming up and around. 7 trying to get those shots as they are all trying to rotate right around that western edge. And let's go. Let's see what else we can see over here. Looks like Nepal on top may come in right on top of the Latin Kings. Let's get up to the Latin Kings because I feel like Spidey is about ready to have all sorts of teams right over on top of them, over at the 1 stacks just to the east of the volcano. So we do have 2 teams over here. Not only do we have the Latin Kings, we have Nepal on top coming in, and we still have the solo made in Nepal right across the way. Alright, let's go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more. And now you guys, that's as far in as I can get. Let's see, Made in Nepal. I feel like he's got some attention over here. What's going on? with him. He has both of them from Legacy on top right behind him. Jazzy, oh, that nade. We just saw that nade coming up and over. And Chakal does get knocked by Just Rush. Nani's able to find him. And Jazzy, 10K right on this other side of this hill, trying to come up and over. Player 69 with those nades coming. Oh, he's down to about 20 HP. Let's see what Jazzy looks like from this side. Let's see, where is Jazzy? There he is right here. He's up to 6 eliminations, trying to get his teammate picked back up with all the smokes, with Maiden Nepal right on top of him. The Latin Kings over here having some issues, and I could not click on them fast enough. Let's see if I can find Spidey. Still in the 1 stack, still has Nepal on top, coming right up and in, as well as here comes number 1. Ooh, trying to get that run over right on top of him. Oh, no! And so now let's check in on Wales. Wales is up to 5 eliminations. And he still, look at this, and he still has the 2 teams right in front of him. He still has the Latin Kings and Nepal on top. So now I think, whoa, Maiden Nepal. I think he just finished off the last one from Legacy on top. And so now Maiden Nepal, he is getting pulled up on by Inko. Let's see what he can do by Inko. Inko coming right up and over. Oh, and Inko finishing that off. And so now, let's see. Nepal on top. We still have Inko down in New Era, down to Static over here with the Latin Kings, and is able to get that. Oh, Spidey gets found, and so now we are down to the last 2 teams. We have Inko Gaming. Let's give Vitali some screen time, love, and then we'll go over to Ducky. No, let's see. Who should we give the second screen to, as they are all coming right up and in right on top of each other. So Vitali up to 7 eliminations, and they are still taking those shots across. Inko Gaming is in zone. Naomi, hello Naomi, big fan. So Inko is in zone. Nepal on top, trying to get into zone. And, ooh, trying to get those shots straight across, and I do see one of them going down in health, and I'm not sure which one that was, but let's see. We still have, oh, they're gonna drive right in front of them. They're gonna come right up and over, right in and around. And Krishna trying to get those shots over onto Inko Gaming. Neither one of them from Inko Gaming are knocked, but ooh, and there goes Krishna and Ducky, and now it is just the solo versus 7. So now we do have the P90. It looks like 7's going to be able to get that res off his Bandai. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Bahandai. Oh, and they found him. Vitali with that finish. Alright, let's get that off of there. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's try the iPad this time. Inko Gaming coming in first with 13 eliminations. Coming in second, Nepal on top with 2 eliminations. And the Latin Kings coming in third with 2 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. And 16. Going all out. Inko Gaming Vitali, 8 eliminations, 1,149 damage. Vitali headed to Brazil for NA. Inko Gaming. Alright guys, I will be right back with the Wheel of Names. Be right back. Also have all sorts of chaos going on over here. It does look like SW is having some issues. I think we are down to just a solo. Sakrin is the only one. Sechin. So now let's see. Is he going to get that nade over onto Jit? Jit is in that second. Oh, look at that. Fox just took down the Triggers. So now the Mizexis, Emperor, Little Fox, up to 3 eliminations over in... Oh, but he got knocked. No. He had 3 eliminations. He almost took out all of Mizexis. So now let's see what's going on with him. Let's get on over here, see where the rest of his team is. The rest of his team are coming up and in. They might be able to get him up, but let's see what's going on with Mizexi over here. We are down to the last. Alright, so the Sentinels taking over Severny. So we will see more of Mizexi, or not Mizexis. Mizexis are over in Staubert. But we'll see more of Mizexis again. SW! There we go. There we go. So now let's see if Mizexis can hold off the push by all 4 of them as they are coming up and around. So I figure as soon as I switch on over to this fight, it'll be done. And we do have 2 of them down over here from the Emperor. So let's get on over here and let me put that map back up so you guys can see what's going on over here. We do have 2 of the Emperors still pushing up onto the Mizexis. I wish I knew who this was. Oh! Oh! Our first squad wipe! The squad wipe! But it is so devastating because now he is a solo. Hello, Sunshine. Hello, Obi-Wan. Greeny, you know who I'm here to see. Yes, Rain Esports Ghosty. I know that. All right, let's go and check in. And it looks like we've got Rain Esports still in Pachinki. We do have Entity King poking his nose a little close over on top of the hills. But I don't think they're going to be able to see much of Rain Esports at this moment. So let me go ahead and put the map back up there so you guys can check in on your teams while I try to figure out which one is the next one. Obi-Wan, I saw your team yesterday in here. They were dropping over in Lipovka. Oh, I think Rich Esports might be the next ones. Oh, nope, nope, nope. I think it's going to be the... Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Wheel of Names. Shout out to EXO Esports, Crucial, and everyone for the UC giveaway tonight, sponsoring the UC giveaway. Thank you to each and every one of you. 84 on the list. This is a solid list, unlike yesterday where I had times in there. No times in there this time. Alright, let's roll and see who won the UC giveaway. And it is 18. 777. Congratulations. All you need to do is open a ticket over in the EXO Discord and let them know that you won tonight's UC giveaway. Give them your user ID so they can go ahead and give you some UC. Thank you for the support. I truly appreciate each and every one of you on this wheel. Let's see. These names. Look at these names. You guys are fantastic. I love you guys. Now, are you ready to see these scores for tonight? Coming in first, Inco Gaming, 58 total points. X-Force coming in second with 51 total points. And the Fireflies with 35 total points. No winner chicken dinners. It's all on eliminations and the placement points. Look at this. So there are your scores for tonight. Thank you everyone for coming out and supporting EXO Esports, the $1,300 Conquest League. This is the elimination stage, and this was E versus F, the 2 groups. Tomorrow it is A versus C, if I read that right. So come on back tomorrow for some more chaos, some more major mega teams. Ooh, the fights are so hot. Thank you everyone for hanging in there with me. I don't know why this is blue screening, but we're gonna get this figured out hopefully soon. And then if we can't, then on Monday I'll be able to take it in and see if they can figure out what the conflict is. But I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Have a great night, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Good night everyone.